social science multiple quiz. In this game, we have 4 facilitators: Mr. Carl Max Tobias, Mr. Benji Senyo, Mr. Nico Rodriguez, and I am your main facilitator, Miss Kyla Faye Chongklo. This game will test your understanding about social sciences. Okay, prepare yourself and get ready. You only have 10 seconds to think and answer it. Okay, here's our first question. It is the statistical study of human populations. It uses census data, surveys, and statistical models to analyze the size, movement, and structure of populations. Your answer is correct. Demography. So let's see, what is demography?
What is demography? Demography is the statistical study of populations, specifically human populations. The study of statistics such as incomes, deaths, and births form part of the general science of demography. Demography also includes the study of disease incidences, marriages, and migration. It mainly focuses on data that illustrates the changing structure of human populations. The term demography may also refer to a specific structure of a human population. For example, the demography of the US is changing means that the makeup of the country's people is changing. We call a population specialist a demographer. Demographers analyze dynamic living populations. In other words, they analyze populations that change over time. Demography includes the study of the size, distribution, and structure of specific populations. It also covers the temporal or spatial changes in populations in response to births, deaths, aging, and migration. Demographics are the quantifiable features of a given population. In other words, the statistical data specific to a population or groups within it.
Here's our second question. It is the number of individuals born in the population in a given amount of time. With that, human birth rate is stated as the number of individuals born per year per 1,000 in the population. For example, if 35 births occur per year per 1,000 individuals, so it means we have 35 birth rate.
Your answer is correct. What is birth?
What is birth? A birth is defined as the start of life when a child emerges from the body of its mother. The total number of births includes both live births and stillbirths. What is birth rate? Birth rates are the crucial determinant of population growth or decline. And the age structure of populations in both factors have profound socioeconomic implications, and that is from International Encyclopedia of Public Health 2008. What is crude birth rate? Let's begin with an example. In 2018, a country had 2,000 people with a mid-year population. There were 50 live births in that year. To get the crude birth rate is equal to 50 live births divided by 2,000 mid-year population times 1,000 is equal to 25. So there is 1,000. Crude birth rate is number of live births per 1,000 person of mid-year population in a particular year. Crude birth rate is equal to number of live births divided by mid-year population times 1,000.
Here's our question number 3. It is one where the proportion of older people is increasing. This is also known as demographic aging and population aging. The size and the proportion of global population as relates to age over time. Your answer is correct. Aging. So let us see what aging is.
While many search for the proverbial fountain of youth, you might be wondering, why do we age in the first place? What is it about our bodies or cells biologically that causes us to grow old? There's a variety of internal and external factors such as diet, exercise, or environmental stress which all contribute to cell damage and repair and affect the rate of aging. But the surprising truth is that, apart from these, we actually have a biological clock buried within our genetic makeup, and this clock can only run for so long. In other words, we're programmed to die. Your body is made up of trillions of cells which are constantly going through cell division, and every time they divide, they make a copy of their DNA as well. This DNA is tightly packed into structures called chromosomes, of which humans have 23 pairs. The problem is, DNA replication isn't quite perfect and skips over the end of each chromosome. To protect against important DNA information being cut out, we have something called telomeres on the end of chromosomes, which are essentially meaningless repeats of DNA that we can afford to lose. But every time our cells divide, these telomeres become shorter and shorter until eventually they've been entirely stripped away, at which point the cell no longer divides. Some flatworms are able to endlessly regenerate their telomeres, making them effectively biologically immortal. But their lifespans do vary, and they're still susceptible to disease, further suggesting that aging is a mix of genetic and environmental factors. But why don't our cells do this? Ultimately, this replication limit actually helps to prevent cancer, which is the uncontrollable growth of cells and evasion of cell death. The point at which a cell stops replicating is known as cellular senescence. In humans, this replication limit is around 50 times. Once it's reached, the cell gradually begins to lose its function and die, causing age-related characteristics. This also helps to explain why life expectancy is a strongly heritable trait from your parents, because you got your initial telomere length from them.
Here's our fourth question. It is a demographic process that moves people between places and so contribute to population change along with fertility and mortality. It is the movement of individuals, household, and group between residences or residential location. Your answer is correct, migration. So let's see what migration is.
Humans are always on the move. Migration is one such movement. It refers to how people move from one area to another. This can be permanent, temporary, or seasonal. It can be voluntary or forced. There are many reasons why people migrate. These are called push and pull factors. Pull factors are reasons why people move to an area, like work opportunities, good social services, safety and freedom of speech, and the climate. Push factors are reasons why people leave their homes, like lack of work and resources, war and political insecurity, crime and social unrest, or natural disasters, like floods and earthquakes. Migrant workers are often seasonal. They go to find temporary jobs in agriculture or industry. All this means that people with different languages, cultures, and race are now mixed up in different parts of the world.
Thank you for joining the quiz. We hope you learned a lot from this video. Again, I am Kyla Faye Tronquillo.
I am Carmel Situbias.
And I am Benji Senyo.
I am Nico B. Rodriguez.
And this is Social Science Multiple Quiz.